Well, just as a little follow-up to my last two videos in terms of domestic surveillance, of course, this is, like I said, this is nothing new. We should all be prepared for it. I've gotten some emails and comments on my last two videos saying that I should probably be um, a little bit more careful about what I say. And I agree. There is a certain risk involved, but I don't believe the risk is this great that I should be shutting up at this point. It's it's nowhere near that, and we all have to keep speaking out. So, in terms of the tactics, I was going to talk about tactics of domestic surveillance, which took place in the 70s, and they are very well known. So basically what they try to do is the intelligence services, that is, who undermine or infiltrate peace groups or anybody, any kind of group that tries to speak out, is to gather information on some individual's immorality, supposed immorality. Well, I don't know if you know, but this is what they tried to do with Martin Luther King and his infidelity to his wife and so on, extramarital affairs, just anything to discredit anyone, regardless of what the larger issues are. And so that's going on today, you can rest assured. And also, just to call attention to anything that might be extraordinary, not living in the suburbs, living in an alternative lifestyle. Anyone who speaks out and is not watching American Idol every night and Fox News, whatever, is probably becomes a suspect at this point. Then, of course, back then, sending articles to newspapers and writing editorials in newspapers, classic strategy employed by virtually every political camp. And so we can employ those tactics also, I might say. So what stands out is the infiltration of groups of people who have aligned themselves in a group movement and have become known for that. And so I'm not sure, I do know that this goes on today. So the best strategy for us might be not to align ourselves with groups, but to remain as individual citizens and keep speaking out. Now, I do know the argument against that is that, you are stronger in a group, but we are in an unofficial group, and as long as we don't sign up for membership cards to any particular group, which of course I'm guilty of that, but it may have more impact on the average American citizen as long as they can still get a little bit of information from people who are like-minded and think like us. It may convince them that what they're hearing on the news, on the mainstream news, is just simply hogwash. It's not true. So, they're going to try to get records on bank accounts and listen into certain conversations. And technology has advanced, so some of us YouTubers who speak out vehemently against this current government, I'm sure everything is recorded. I'm not too intimidated by that at this point. I am concerned about it, of course, but so I will keep speaking out. But I am concerned about it because the less people we get on here expressing their views, the more intimidating it becomes for the rest of the people who might have the idea of speaking out, but are maybe just a little bit too timid or afraid. So, in closing, I'd like to say that we need to keep up our descent. It's not too late. It's about 5 minutes to midnight, though. And I'll follow up on this with other videos that I want to do. And I wanted to thank everyone again for listening, and keep spreading the message amongst your friends and people willing to listen. I don't embed my videos because they're sometimes used by right-wing sites and manipulated or whatever. So anyway, spread the message. Good night.